Hey guys, Keegan here back with a brand new video today on the channel, and we are covering a new update coming to Minecraft. This update is version 1.21, and this is part 2 of 3. So let's jump into the first topic. I'm going to cover potions next. So, let's go to the potion lab. Not this one, I mean the other one. That one, that's better. So, we have oozing, infested, weaving, and wind charge. The item frames above indicate what you use to make the potion. So, let's start off with oozing, as it's quite a different one. As you can see, we use slime blocks to brew this potion. Let me show you what it does right now. So, here is this little testing area. The glass cage is where the mobs will spawn. Headphone users, I'd take them off now as it's going to get noisy. So as you see, we've just spawned a load of chickens into the box. Press the oozing button. Any second now, 2 potions will get dispensed. So once the potion has been dispensed, like it has now, they die and slimes appear. So this is a way you could really make a slime farm without having to be in a swamp. So you can, well, make it at your base if you really wanted to. So that is oozing ticked off the list. Right, now let's do infested. This one's quite a cool one. It works a little bit like oozing, so I will show you that right now so you can see for yourself. Here we are. So let me just change the mob we kill. So let's do summon a zombie. So it's a bit more health. Come on, oh there we go. Press the infested button. Run over here, press the button to summon a zombie. Come on, splash him. Come on, there we go. And now let's smack him a few times. Come on. There we go. As you see, a silverfish popped out of the zombie. So yeah, that is the effect. So upon killing a mob, I think it's got a random chance of happening throughout, a silverfish will appear. Also, infested is created using a stone block to brew it. There we go, that is oozing ticked off the list and infested ticked off the list. Next up is weaving. So, to get this potion, you need to brew a cobweb, which is quite unusual, but that is how you get the potion of weaving. Let me show you how it works. Right, let me flip the lever to show you weaving. Come on, there we go. Let the pigs summon. Come on, there we go, that'll be plenty. And let me come press the weaving button. So let me stand here to give you a good view. Come on. Splash. There we go. Right, I'm cute. So the pigs die, as you see. Slowly but surely. And there you go. Cobwebs appear. Right where the pigs died. Next up is wind charge. This potion uses a breeze rod to brew. So let's fly into space. I basically just gave you a clue there to what it does, so let's get to the site. Here we are, I've made a reset up out here. Let the chickens summon while I get the potions, and I'll be back with you. Right, we're back. So splash the chickens with the effect. Standing here, wait for them to die any second now. This is crazy, but I'll admit. So boom! Lift off to space. Let's see how high we get. It's a bit hard to see due to the text, but I'll see if I can make it out for you when we find our landing point. Not long now. And there we go, 8332 is the highest we will go in this video. So I just recommend obviously not putting loads and loads of mobs in a certain area, or else you might have to pull the world's highest MLG. I will see you in 2 minutes when I eventually hit the ground. Right here, we are back. Let's go back to the trial chambers, as there's one more topic I haven't covered, which is vaults. So, let's go. This is the standard vault. So this one won't have the OP loot. So, let me get you a list of the stuff it gives. Right, this list is for Java and Bedrock loot tables for the regular vault. Right here, let's just have a look at a few then. So, on the list we have got a Trident with a 2.1% chance of finding it, which means you'd have to search 48 vaults on average to find a Trident. The Ominous Bottle has an 18% find rate, which means you would have to search 5 vaults on average to find it. Next up is the Bolt Armor Trim with a 6.2% find rate. This means 16 vaults will have to be open in total to find this trim. The Gust Bad Pattern has a 4.2% find rate, which means on average you would have to search 24 vaults, which is a lot. Now I'm going to take this down and move on to the ones exclusive to each version. This next loot table is exclusive to Java. Here is the loot pool. I'm going to read through a few now so you can have a look. There are a few duplicates on this list from the ones on Bedrock and Java, so I'll just skip those out so it cuts down on the timing a little bit. But here are a few that are not on the other list. So, there is the music disc called Precipice, which has a 3.6% find rate, which means you'd have to search 28 trial spawners in total to find this disc. A Golden Apple has a 10.7% find rate, which means you'd have to search 9 vaults to find the apple. Pause the video if you want more time, and let's show you the Bedrock list. Right here, this list is exclusive to Bedrock Edition. This is awkward, it's the exact same as the Java one by the looks. Pause the video if you want more time to read through it, as I'm just going to skip through as it's all the same. Moving the list in 3, 2, 1, now. But there we go. That is the vault ticked off the list. Now it is time to do the Ominous Vault. Right here, let's get the loot table. Right here, this is the loot table for Bedrock and Java. I had a quick look through before I put it up on the video, just so I wasn't wasting time obviously doing them separate. So there is quite a few interesting things on this list, which I will tell you about now. To spice it up a bit, I've got 1 minute to tell you everything that is important. I'll put a timer on screen now. Block of Iron, 12.1% find rate, which means you have to search 8 vaults in total. Block of Diamond, with a find rate of 0.8%, which means you have to search 132 vaults in total to find this item. Creative Music Disc, 13.3% find rate, which means you have to search 7 vaults. The Heavy Core has a 7.5% find rate, which means you have to search 13 vaults in total. Slow Armor Trim, 22.5% find rate, which means you have to search 4 vaults. Sorry if I'm going too quick, but pause the video if you do need more time. Notch Apple, 22.5% find rate, which means you have to search 4 vaults in total. Flow, banner pattern, 15% find rate, 7 vaults to find. Emerald block, 18.2% find rate, which means you have to search 6 vaults in total. And that is time! Wow, that took some work, but we did it. Pause the video if you want more time to read through it all, as I'm about to move on to the next topic. Oh, silly me. I haven't given you the release date or the name for the 1.21 update. So, let's do that now. The name of the 1.21 update is The Tricky Trials. The full Tricky Trials update will be playable on June 13th, which is very, very soon. Now that's out of the way and done with, let's talk about the next topic, which is the heavy car. Oops, let me just move a minute so you can see it better. There we go, much better. So, let's talk about the heavy core now then. So, the heavy core is found in ominous vaults, as you've just previously seen. And it can be used in crafting. What can it craft? Well, it can craft the strongest weapon in Minecraft, which is the mace. How do you craft the mace? Well, let me tell you. You need a heavy core and a breeze rod. And then you simply put them in the crafting grid like this. So, it is the heavy core with a breeze rod, so you could do this literally in your inventory crafting grid, and it'll give you the same output. I actually think that nicely segues us onto the mace, so let's move to the new studio. Voila, we are here. I've moved studios so it's closer to the next site for all the resources and stuff we'll need to talk about. So, let's go. The mace has 3 enchants, which are Breach, Density, and Wind Burst. And the last 2 barrels are mixtures of the both. So first off we'll do Breach. So let's go. So simply what I've done is I've created a drop chute with a mob at the bottom to drop down and show you how it works, because the mace works on how far you fall versus obviously the damage. So yeah, let's do Breach, which you'll see what it does in a second. Falling down the tunnel, and boom. So Breach does as it says on the pin, breaches through armour, meaning that you can literally kill anyone in full armour, whether it's diamond, netherite, prot 4, anything. I'm gonna admit that did take a few attempts to do. Let me show you a few. took way too long. Anyway, the next enchant is density. So, let's show you. I showed you the clip of the warden doing it so you can compare it to this one, because density basically means that you don't have to fall as high to deal damage. That is density. Now it is time for wind burst, which does exactly like the potion does, where it fires you into the air, but this time you just have to hit them all with it. So cue the music and let's have a look. Wasn't that just amazing? So there we've just covered breach, density and wind burst. Right here, let me just knock wind burst off with a punch. Fantastic! I've only done that because these two enchantments here can't go onto the same mace. So you've got to basically decide whether you want to be able to have to fall less to do damage or to penetrate armour. Right, let's bring Windburst back onto the screen now, as I've got a question to ask you. Right guys, out of these three enchants here, which one is your favourite? And comment down below why. And also, let's move to the final room to do with the mace. Right, turn me into a little face cam. And now, let's change the background. There we go, so let's move it now so you can see it all. That's better. So, there is 4 levels of breach, 5 levels of density, and 3 levels of wind burst. So, yeah, you can't have breach and density on the same piece, but let's move to the next topic anyway. Right here, let's get groovy. There are also 3 new music discs coming in 1.21. Let's move to where they are so I can show you. Here we are at the disco zone. So let me show you the 3 discs. Right here, so we have got 3 discs. As you can see, we've got Create a Music Box, Precipice and Creator. So what we're going to do is start from this side here and work his way through this way. I will play 30 seconds of each disc, so here's Create a Music Box. There was Create a Music Box, and now we've got Precipice, which is my favourite. 30 seconds again. And finally we've got Creator. I'll give you 30 seconds again to listen to it. Let's go. links to all songs will be in the description so you can have a listen through. So, yeah, that is the music topic done. So, I shall see you in part 3, which is the final short form video, and then part 4 is going to be a beefy one. So yeah, hopefully you are enjoying the content. But that being said, Keegan View, over and out.